So after watching a lot of the Apex tournaments, ALGS, the ESAs, some of the Hyperlux oversight tournaments, and all that type of stuff that's been going on, I've been noticing more and more that Tripods, NickMercs' team consisting of Deeds, NickMercs himself, and Gent, they've been sneaking up the ranks just about every tournament or so, and I've been wondering to myself, could they actually win ALGS? Now, I don't know. They haven't really won anything important yet, but what I do know is I can look at some of their past tournament trends and give a good idea of where I think they might end up, because it's actually a little bit more interesting than you might think, and NickMercs' team, along with himself, has been improving quite a bit. So let's go ahead and take a look. So if we're going to take a look at this, we've got to start at their Wikipedia page, and their Wikipedia page isn't totally complete with everything they've competed in, but it gives you kind of a decent idea of how they've been performing. We'll ignore this one down here because this is when Luda was on the squad. All of these events higher than that are of their current roster of NickMercs, Deeds, and Gent. So they have 11th in a B tier, 2nd in a C tier qualifier, 11th, 8th, 2nd, 8th, and then 3rd in their most recent tournament 2 days ago. This doesn't include all of the things that they've been competing in. They've played in some other tournaments hosted by other organizations that aren't listed on the Wikipedia page for some reason. And you can see over here, Nick even tweeted out 4th place for Los Tripados on December 4th. That is not listed here. I don't know what tournament requirements there are to be listed on the Wikipedia page, but you can see here they placed 4th, NickMercs with 8 kills, Deeds with 11 kills, and Gent with 7. So not only are they placing decently well, their best placement here was 2nd, but they're getting a good amount of kills too. In fact, they had tied the same amount of kills as Dark Zero, our most recent international LAN champion, and HEC, who came in 2nd place. They actually had 1 less kill than Tripods. Furia, of course, did their thing and had 38 kills, but then you look down here, G2, a very established squad with 23 kills. So they're actually putting together some good team fights here. Finally, when we look over here at Battlefy.com and we take a look at the Pro League Split 1 ALGS standings, this is what is most important. This is what everyone's competing for. All that other tournaments, all that stuff is cute and fine and all that. But here we are with the real deal. And you can see out of 30 teams, they are in 16th, which really isn't that bad. 16th, you think, okay, you know, they could be doing better. But something I want to point out here, they're in 16th, but they're only 9 points away from 8th. So only 9 points separate them from being in the top 8, which would in fact give them automatic qualifiers into the playoffs. If you guys didn't know, the top 9 will qualify directly into the playoffs. The rest of them have to compete in like a last chance qualifier, but the top 9 will actually directly qualify, and they're only 9 points off of 8th place. You can see here Space Station, MPS, and Esports Arena, 8, 9, 10, all have 59 points, and then Tripods here has 50. Now, granted, Space Station has played 1 less round than some of the other teams, so really they probably would have more than 59 points. But you can see here, most of their opponents right above them have also played 5 games. And so it's pretty interesting to see that Tripods, while they're in 16th overall, they're really close. In fact, they're really just 1 first place in 1 ALGS week away from solidifying themselves as potentially a playoff team. There's no doubt in my mind that NickMercs is the most improved Apex player. If you guys watched him at the very beginning of his Apex career, it was pretty bad, and he set out to really compete and make himself a better player, and he certainly accomplished that. Couple that with the rise of Deeds and, of course, the solid rock of Gent, who had played on G2 and performed so well for years. This is honestly a pretty impressive squad, and they're only getting better. If I had to put money on it right now, I would say that it's pretty unlikely that they get any higher than 8th, but all they need is 8th or 9th to squeak into the playoffs without having to go through the last chance qualifier. And if they do go to the last chance qualifier, I can see them doing a pretty decent job there because, let's face it, they're only getting better as time goes on. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. I don't have a rooting interest for them necessarily. I just like seeing a new face actually do pretty well in the scene with Deeds and NickMercs. It's pretty fun to watch. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. I appreciate them all. I'll read and respond to every one of them. I'll catch you on the next video.